Hello, and welcome to Matrix English Podcast. Today, we will talk about something very interesting. Have you ever wondered why you can remember some moments from many years ago, but you forget what you ate 3 days ago? Why do some memories stay in your mind for a long time? One important reason is emotion. Emotions are feelings such as happiness, sadness, fear, surprise, anger, and love. These feelings are a natural part of life. Every day we experience different emotions. Scientists have studied emotions and memory for many years. They found that emotions can have a strong effect on what we remember and what we forget. Think about your childhood. Maybe you remember your first day at school. Maybe you remember a birthday party, a special gift, or a family trip. Why do you remember these moments? One reason is that they were emotional, or you felt excited, happy, nervous, or surprised. Your brain paid more attention to these events, and this helped create stronger memories. Our brain is very powerful. When something emotional happens, different parts of the brain work together. One important part is called the amygdala. The amygdala helps process emotions. Another important part is called the hippocampus. The hippocampus helps create and store memories. When we experience strong emotions, these parts of the brain become more active. Because of this, emotional events often become easier to remember. Imagine that you are walking down the street. Suddenly, a dog runs toward you and starts barking loudly. You may feel scared. Even if nothing dangerous happens, you will probably remember that moment for a long time. Your fear makes the experience important to your brain. The brain says, "This is important. Remember this." The same thing happens with happy experiences. Imagine that you receive wonderful news. Maybe you get your dream job. Maybe you pass an important exam. Maybe someone you love gives you a special surprise. The happiness you feel can help create a strong memory. Years later, you may still remember exactly where you were and how you felt. Scientists often say that emotions act like a highlighter. A highlighter makes important words stand out on a page. In a similar way, emotions help important experiences stand out in our memory. Emotional events often become brighter and clearer than ordinary events. However, emotions do not always improve memory perfectly. Sometimes emotions can change memories. People often believe that emotional memories are completely accurate, but this is not always true. We may remember the main event very well, but some small details can be wrong. For example, imagine that you witness a car accident. You may clearly remember the loud sound and the fear you felt, but later you may not remember the exact color of a car or the clothes people were wearing. Strong emotions can help us remember the important parts of an event while making some details less clear. Stress is another emotion related factor that affects memory. A small amount of stress can sometimes help memory. For example, before an exam, a little nervousness may help you focus and remember information. But too much stress can have the opposite effect. Very high stress can make it difficult to think clearly and remember things. Many students have experienced this situation. They study for an exam and know the answers at home. Then they enter the exam room and become very nervous. Suddenly, they cannot remember what they studied. Later, after the exam is finished, the answers come back to their mind. This happens because strong stress can interfere with memory. Emotions also help us learn from experience. Imagine that you touch a hot stove and burn your hand. The pain and surprise create a strong memory. Because of this memory, you learn to be more careful in the future. In this way, emotions help to protect us and guide our behavior. Positive emotions can also improve learning. When people are interested, excited, or curious, they often learn more effectively. Teachers know this. Good teachers try to make lessons interesting because emotions help students remember information better. When learning feels enjoyable, the brain pays more attention. Music is another example of the connection between emotion and memory. Have you ever heard an old song and suddenly remembered a moment from your past? This happens to many people. A song can bring back memories of friends, family, school, or important life events. Music often creates strong emotions, and these emotions become connected to memories. Smells can have a similar effect. The smell of fresh bread may remind someone of their grandmother's kitchen. The smell of the ocean may remind someone of a vacation. A simple smell can bring back memories that seemed forgotten. Scientists believe that this happens because the brain areas for smell, emotion, and memory are closely connected. Emotional memories can be both positive and negative. Positive memories often make us smile. We remember weddings, celebrations, achievements, and time spent with loved ones. These memories can bring comfort and happiness. Negative memories can be more difficult. People may remember embarrassing moments, failures, arguments, or frightening experiences. Sometimes these memories stay in the mind for many years. While this can be unpleasant, it may also help people avoid similar problems in the future. Interestingly, people do not remember every emotional event forever. Over time, many memories become weaker, some details disappear. The brain cannot keep everything. It selects information that seems important. Emotional experiences often have a better chance of staying in memory, but even they can change over time. Researchers have discovered that talking about experiences can strengthen memories. When people tell stories about important events, they often remember them better. This is one reason families share stories from the past. These conversations help keep memories alive. Sleep is also important for memory. During sleep, the brain processes information from the day. Good sleep helps strengthen memories, including emotional memories. This is why experts recommend getting enough rest, especially when learning something new. Technology has changed the way we remember things. Today, many people take photos and videos of important moments. These pictures help us revisit memories later. However, some researchers suggest that people should also spend time enjoying the moment instead of only recording it. The emotional experience itself is often what creates a lasting memory. Think about some of your strongest memories. They are probably connected to emotions. Maybe it was a moment of success. Maybe it was a time of laughter with friends. Maybe it was a challenge that taught you an important lesson. Emotions make these experiences meaningful. The connection between emotions and memory shows how amazing the human brain really is. Our feelings help us decide what is important. They help us learn, grow, and understand our experiences. Without emotions, many memories might disappear quickly. Emotions give color and meaning to the stories of our lives. So the next time you remember a special moment from the past, think about the emotions connected to it. The happiness, excitement, fear, surprise, or love you felt may be the reason that memory is still with you today. Thank you for listening to Matrix English Podcast. Keep learning, keep growing, and see you in the next episode.